Yo, so look, I wanted to come over here. I had another TikTok inspired revelation, but I wouldn't even say TikTok inspired revelation. It was just me observing myself yesterday. But what I've noticed is within my own life, there's a pattern and a cycle that I need to break, and it keeps happening. And I think, okay, so in terms of the TikTok inspired revelation, someone said when you're making progress and you have those stints of time where you're making progress, your mind and your body are so used to what it's been, what it's become used to, like just being comfortable. It's used to the comfortability of your old habits and the bad habits because they've been going on for a prolonged period of time. So when you make that adjustment into being more consistent and becoming more of that person that you want to become or that you need to become in order to fulfill the purpose that you have, and when you find yourself in alignment with that person, what your body and your mind will do, they'll start to revert back to the old habits in pursuit of that comfortability that has existed for so long. And I've noticed that cycle within myself. It's like when I get on this path of being consistent, I may go to the gym, like I was telling y'all yesterday or the other day. I've been hitting the gym very hard this week, very consistent. I damn near been in the gym like 2.5 hours, damn near 3 hours at a time, just really getting it in and focusing on making sure that I'm getting the body that I want to have. I have an idea of the body type that I want to have. So I've been eating right, but then there will come a time, and then it's triggered by a lot of different things. I know there's certain types of food makes me feel a certain type of way and triggers certain emotions, which are usually like negative emotions, which is one of the main reasons why I went vegetarian. I noticed that when I was consuming animal products or just meat specifically, I would feel negative emotions. So I noticed when I was eating a lot of fruit and just a lot of water, a lot of vegetables, I felt higher, I felt more grateful, I felt a greater sense of abundance within my life. So, but to get back to the point is, of those cycles and these patterns, you have to think society has conditioned us to live in a state that is kind of like negative and very low on the spectrum of what is possible as it relates to like abundance versus poverty, and that goes for all aspects of life, whether that be financially, in your relationships, the way you think about yourself, the way you perceive the world, the way you just perceive everything. But this time around, bro, I'm really I'm making an effort. I'm really making an effort, and I'm doing it. I'm breaking the cycle. Even now, I could have fell off and just scrolled on TikTok, because I really found myself scrolling on TikTok. As much as I love TikTok, it's very addicting. I don't want them to get rid of it. I just want myself to be able to manage it a little bit better, and just stay the course of my goals and the person that I want to be, and continuing to live within the boundaries that I've set for myself. Not to the point where it's rigid, but not allowing certain things into my life, into my being. So that was just something that was on my mind. I was like, yeah, I caught myself slipping. Usually I'll notice myself slipping, but I won't catch myself. This time I noticed myself slipping, and I started to catch. I caught myself. So staying on track, and it can be a very difficult process because the things that we're used to doing are so comfortable to us. They're so normal, but actually breaking away from those negative habits and those negative cycles and those patterns that keep us bogged down, and away from becoming that person that we need to be and that we're capable of being at the highest level. We just gotta stay consistent, bro. Just keep the goals in mind, stay consistent. Another thing is, the company you keep is very important, bro. The company you keep is very important. As I become more aware of myself, I become more aware of the people that are around me, and I become more aware of the things that they may do that may, I don't want to use the word trigger, but just the things that I pick up on that don't really sit well with me. Like, people may say certain things, and it's like, you didn't have to view it from the worst case scenario. When I pick up on things like that, it kind of bothers me, because it's like, I don't know if I really want to be around you, because you have a tendency to view things at the greatest version of negativity, and I don't like that because it just rubs me the wrong way. Like, why are we even putting that into the world? And even those things can cause you to slip, or just being in different spaces that aren't very conducive, and they are sort of adverse to the path that you're on. And But it's all in the mind, and because without us even realizing it, we place ourselves in these spaces. So it's not to blame those around us. It's that when we find ourselves slipping, we subconsciously seek that comfortability. So we place ourselves in situations to where the old vices or the old habits or whatever it is that we used to do that isn't in alignment with where we're going. We know those things are going to be present there, and it's for the moment. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But then it goes from one day of just being fine. Someone said to me one time, you have to pay attention to those little things, because it all starts with the little things and then it becomes a slope. It all starts with a little action, like a little, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but it's a slippery slope. It's like, so it starts with one little thing and then it starts to snowball into a bunch of big habits. And then sooner or later, you're right back to where you started, if not in a worse position. So as we continue to move forward, we have to consciously monitor these things. We have to monitor our own thoughts, because a lot of our thoughts aren't really our own. They may be triggered by external circumstances, and we have to look at them as they come into our mind, acknowledge them, and understand, or not understand, but seek to understand, is this what I need to be thinking, or is this thought in alignment with my greatest version of myself that I'm moving towards, or is this just something to keep me in that lower level of existence? So that's just something to be conscious of. I said that the other night. I had some food from this restaurant, and I was just in my bed, and it was just like, I don't feel right. And then the thoughts that it was triggering, it was just like, nah, this ain't it. But I've noticed it happens when I eat this specific restaurant, and it's just like, nah, it just doesn't. These aren't my thoughts, but they're so present because I don't want to be thinking these things, but it always seems to be triggered by a lot of external circumstances, especially for me, like the things that I put into my body, food wise. I have to be very cautious of that, because I just understand how the things that I consume affect me mentally and spiritually. Some things, a lot of foods, like a lot of processed foods, they have me down. They have me thinking very dark thoughts. They have me feeling alone and isolated and just lowering my self-esteem. But when I'm eating clean and I'm eating good, I'm taking my vitamins and the things that I know are going to uplift me. Like, I just took my vitamins. Like, I probably wouldn't have did this video had I not took my vitamins. I'm not going to lie to you. I took my vitamin D and my magnesium. I met this, this is older dude that I always kick it with in the gym. He's like 58. You look at him, you wouldn't think he's 58 at all. You think he's probably like early 40s, but he got the long gray beard, but you would think he's just rocking it like that. Bro, swole. So every time I talk to him, we chop it up for a long time. He's a yapper like me, but when like older yappers are talking, I just listen, because they always have a lot of information to give. So he was telling me about the stress magnesium cycle, and how he talked about how stress decreases magnesium, which in turn increases stress more, and it also lowers testosterone. So I've been on the magnesium, and I've been on my vitamin D, and K2. But after taking those supplements, bro, I really just be like, I'll be good. Like, I be up and at it. Testosterone be good. Like, but I just be ready to get to it. All in all, today was a good day. This is going to be one of the shorter videos. I only have 9 minutes left of footage. I was really just inspired to get up and make this video. I was laying down on my couch, ready to, might pass out in a second. Go to somewhere. I got in the shower though. I didn't want to move all day. But yeah, though, just adjusting, figuring things out, figuring things out. Man, I reached out to this girl I used to talk to a couple weeks ago, and we've been kind of like chatting back and forth, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna just leave her alone. Cause I think for me to pursue her, or like to continue to try to like be involved with her, would be selfish, because in my mind I feel like this isn't somebody that I really want to be with. And it's not because she's a bad person. I actually really like admire the person that she is. Like, for real, she's very I would always tell her she has a very nurturing spirit. But I just don't think that like the time is right for me right now, and I think to pursue her would be like selfish Yeah, I think it would be selfish of me to like pursue her in that way, because I feel like if I were to do that, I'd be playing with somebody's emotions, and that just don't sit right with me, because I wouldn't want nobody to play with my emotions and be leading me on, like making me think that they like me like that, and they don't. They're just using me for their own like selfish needs. Like, and I don't want to be that person. Like, I would feel bad like knowing like I don't know. Like, she already done been through like shit in her own life, and it's just, I don't know. And then that shit like that just don't sit well with me. I like going into things like with the purest of intentions, like I did at the conception of our relationship. I don't know if y'all can see my air quotes. We were never like official, but that was somebody that I felt I could have grown with. But like I told y'all in the last video, when it comes to like the things that I want to do with my life, bro, I'm very like selfish. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also empathetic. I ain't gonna lie, really messing with her, like, it taught me about empathy as it pertains to like interpersonal relationships. Understanding that it isn't always, it was really inspired by, like, I remember the day I kind of like had the empathy lesson. I had made a joke to her and she didn't find it funny, but like, I was like, damn, if I was in her situation, bro, I probably wouldn't find that funny anyway. I probably wouldn't find that funny either. So that was just like a lesson. So I do think relationships can be very beneficial. However, at the time that me and her were like talking, I was working on what would have become the Purple Tape. And like, nothing comes before my art, bro. Like, at this point in my life, I'm only 27 years old, and I'm not at the point where I want to compromise at all. Like, I don't want to compromise, like, because I shouldn't have to. I'm 27 years old. And to some people that may sound, to people younger than me, that sounds like, oh, you're up there. But I don't think, I know when I was a kid, I didn't understand how fast this time would come. Like, I graduated high school damn near 10 years ago. The time has flown by so fast. So, but I say that to say I'm still very new, like, to this life that I'm in right now. I'm still very new to it. It's still very fresh. I've had a lot of experiences, but I'm still very fresh. So I don't want to sell myself short and get involved with somebody or commit myself to somebody, because I don't want to be in a relationship that's not healthy and the other person on the other side doesn't understand how fully committed I am to the things that I'm doing. And I can't even say that she wasn't. It was just I haven't been in enough relationships to understand how to really work those dynamics. And at the time, just to be honest, and maybe this wasn't the right thing to do, but I just didn't want to take the time to learn that. I wanted to get my album done. I wanted to get my work done because I felt that that is what I was supposed to do. But maybe moving forward in the future, I'll meet someone else, and I'll be able to navigate that situation a little bit better. But as of right now, I don't see anything coming before my work and the things that I aim to accomplish within my lifetime, because I mean, that's all we really have. You know what I'm saying? It's on some, not to sound like morbid or anything, but it's really on some born alone, die alone type shit. And I see so many people compromise their gifts and their talents and their potential to be in a relationship. But I've also had to understand that I don't understand everyone else's unique experience. So what may look like they're settling for love, they could have had a hard life, and this is their only moment that they've ever felt love, and maybe they just don't want to get rid of it. I can understand why people get into relationships, because it's like, bro, like, you may have never felt anything like that, and you meet this person that makes you feel something, and it's like, I know what it's like to find something and not want to let it go out of fear of not feeling that you're going to have that opportunity again. So I understand it totally. Or maybe you just feel like you found your person. It doesn't even have to be fear-based for whatever reason. But I know for my life and my existence, bro, I want to get work done. I feel that I'm here to get work done, work that is going to be impactful. I love the things that I'm doing. I love the person that I'm becoming. It's very stressful, I'm not gonna lie, because I deal with a lot of things on my own. I don't really have that traditional family sense of people around, like a lot of people around me that are like supportive and hey, I don't have it. Like, I send my stuff to the group chat and then like they'll support it, but as far as like directly around me, I don't have that. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I wouldn't lie to you about nothing like that, because I want the narrative to be as honest as possible. I wish I had some shit like that, but I don't. So a lot of the things just fall on me. So with that stress, I don't want to burden anybody else with it. And I just feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I gotta support me. I gotta do this shit for me, bro. Like, and as a man, I hate even saying this, like uttering it, but it's such a common phrase amongst like manhood and like, but like as a man, bro, like nobody is really coming to save you. Like society, especially as a young black man, bro, they tell you every day, even our own people, they tell you every day how much they don't really give a fuck about you. And this video may have took a dark turn, but this is just what a nigga really be feeling. It's like, so we really just gotta get out into the world and make things happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, hopefully we can inspire the people that resonate with our experience, man or woman. You know what I'm saying? Man, woman, adult, child, whoever resonates with the experience, and the feeling that we exude from our art, which is why I put so much into my art. I really put my heart into the shit, just to represent an honest experience and someone who expressed themselves on a maximum level. Me personally, I'd rather make these videos and talk to you about the things that are going on in my real life, as opposed to like the music. I can put the lessons in the music, but I'd rather the music just to be like something you can live your life to. I don't want you to have to think too much like about the music. I just want you to enjoy it, and I want it to uplift you while also touching on some subjects that may be sensitive to you based on your own life experience. But all in all, bro, like I said, I even though I do feel alone a lot of the times, I'm very blessed to be the person that I am. I'm very blessed to have the mind that I have, to be able to say these things, to be able to make the music that I make, to be able to do everything that it is that I do. I'm blessed to be me, and I feel that I'm living I strive to. I know that I am, and I also continue to strive to live a life that is full, and that is meaningful, and that is impactful, and is full of joy and experience, and is full of the maximum unique expression of self, of all that is. I only have a minute left on this video, but I thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. This is this is Nick's Journeys channel. I be getting the channels confused and shit sometimes, but this is the Nick Journeys channel. I thank you for watching it, and if I haven't already, welcome to the purple era. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace out.